When you walk into a modern casino, you are not just entering a building designed for entertainment. You are stepping into a highly engineered environment, a space where every single detail, from the lighting and the layout to the very sounds you hear, has been meticulously crafted to influence your behavior. It is easy to think that you are in control, that you are simply there to play a few games and enjoy yourself. But the truth is that the house is not just relying on the mathematical edge of the games themselves. They are relying on a sophisticated understanding of human psychology to keep you engaged, spending, and losing track of time. By the end of this, you will be able to spot these subtle cues, allowing you to stay in control of your own money and your own experience. Let us start with one of the most powerful tools in the casino's arsenal, the near-miss effect. You pull the lever or press the button on a slot machine and the reels spin. 2 cherries line up perfectly, and the third one stops just 1 position away. It feels like you were so close. It feels like you almost won. Your brain interprets that near miss not as a loss, but as a signal that you are getting better, that you are on the verge of a breakthrough. Research shows that these near misses actually trigger the same reward centers in your brain as an actual win. The mechanism here is a clever manipulation of your expectations. By making a loss look like a near victory, the machine tricks your brain into believing that a win is imminent, which encourages you to keep playing. The so what here is simple. You stop viewing the game as a series of independent events and start seeing it as a narrative where you are due for a payout. When you recognize that a near miss is mathematically identical to a total loss, you can break that cycle of frustration and hope. This leads us to the way you actually handle your money inside the casino. You walk in with cash, but the moment you sit down at a table or a machine, that cash disappears. It is replaced by plastic chips or digital credits. This is not just for convenience. It is a deliberate psychological tactic known as reducing the pain of payment. When you hand over a physical $20 bill, your brain registers the loss of that value. It feels like a real transaction. But when you trade that cash for chips, the psychological connection to the value of that money is severed. You are no longer spending dollars, you are spending tokens. Because these chips do not feel like real money, you are far more likely to bet them recklessly. The mechanism is a decoupling of the act of spending from the reality of the cost. Once you realize that a chip is just a stand-in for your hard-earned cash, you can start to see the true cost of every bet you make. Now, consider the environment itself. Have you ever noticed that there are no clocks on the walls? And have you noticed that there are rarely any windows? This is not an oversight. It is a calculated design choice meant to induce an atmospheric trance. By removing all external cues of time, the movement of the sun, the changing of the light, the passage of the hours, the casino creates a timeless bubble. You lose your sense of how long you have been playing, which makes it much easier to stay longer than you intended. The mechanism is the removal of temporal anchors. Without a clock to tell you it is midnight, or a window to show you the sun is rising, your internal rhythm is disrupted. You become untethered from the outside world. When you start to feel that sense of timelessness, that is your cue to check your watch, step outside and reorient yourself. This sense of being lost in time is reinforced by the way the games themselves are structured. We call this the variable ratio reward system. If you knew exactly when you would win, you would get bored. But because the wins are unpredictable, your brain stays in a state of constant, heightened anticipation. This is the same principle that makes social media feeds so addictive. You keep pulling the lever because the next one might be the big one. The mechanism is a dopamine loop. Every time you play, you get a small hit of anticipation, and the uncertainty of the reward keeps you coming back for more. It is a classic psychological trap. The unpredictability is the product. When you understand that the machine is designed to keep you in this loop, you can stop chasing the next spin and realize that the game is designed to be played, not to be won. While you are in that loop, your senses are being bombarded by a carefully curated soundscape. Have you ever noticed that you only seem to hear the sounds of winning? The bells, the whistles, the clinking of coins, these sounds are amplified and broadcasted throughout the floor. Meanwhile, the sounds of losing are muted or non-existent. This creates an auditory illusion. You are constantly surrounded by the sounds of other people winning, which reinforces the belief that winning is common and easy. The mechanism is social proof. By highlighting the wins and hiding the losses, the casino creates a false reality where success seems like the norm. When you hear those bells, remind yourself that you are only hearing the exceptions, not the rule. The manipulation goes even deeper. reaching into your sense of smell. Casinos often use ambient scents, pumped through the ventilation system to influence your mood and your spending. Studies have shown that certain pleasant, subtle fragrances can increase the amount of money people are willing to put into slot machines. The mechanism is a subconscious nudge. You are not consciously aware of the smell, but your brain is processing it, and it is creating a more relaxed, more receptive state of mind. It is a way of making the environment feel more inviting, which in turn makes you more likely to stay and play. The next time you feel an inexplicable urge to keep playing, take a moment to consider if the environment itself is trying to influence your mood. Then there is the classic comped trap. You are playing, and suddenly, a server appears with a free drink. It feels like a reward for your loyalty, a nice gesture from the house. But those free drinks are not free. They are a strategic investment. Alcohol lowers your inhibitions and impairs your judgment, making you more likely to take risks and less likely to walk away when you're losing. The mechanism is simple. The house gives you a small, low-cost item to encourage you to keep spending your high-cost money. It is a classic reciprocity tactic. You feel like you owe them, so you stay. When you're offered a free drink, recognize it for what it is, a tool to keep you at the table. This is all tied together by the loyalty loop. Every time you use a player's card, you are handing over a treasure trove of data. The casino tracks exactly what you play, how much you bet, and how long you stay. They use this data to build a profile of you, turning you into a predictable asset. They know exactly what kind of rewards will keep you coming back, and they use that information to tailor their offers to your specific habits. The mechanism is data-driven retention. By treating you like a predictable variable in their business model, they can maximize the amount of time and money you spend. When you understand that your loyalty is being tracked and monetized, you can start to see your own behavior through their eyes. Finally, consider the layout of the floor itself. It is a maze. The aisles are winding. The machines are clustered in ways that make it difficult to find a straight path to the exit. You are constantly being funneled deeper into the casino. Past more games, more lights, and more temptations. The mechanism is forced navigation. By making it hard to leave, the casino increases the chances that you will stop at one more machine on your way out. It is a physical manifestation of the entire casino strategy. Keep them inside, keep them playing, and keep them losing track of time. By now, you can see the pattern. From the near misses that trick your brain into thinking you are winning, to the maze-like layout that keeps you trapped. Every single element of the casino is designed to work against your best interests. You are not just playing against the house, you're playing against a multi-billion-dollar industry that has spent decades studying how to manipulate your psychology. But now that you know the tricks, you have the power to resist them. You can spot the near misses for what they are. You can recognize the chips as real money. You can keep track of time, ignore the auditory illusions, and see the free drinks and loyalty rewards for the tools they are. You are no longer just a player, you are an informed observer. You can walk into a casino, enjoy the atmosphere, and walk out whenever you choose because you're the one in control of your own decisions. If you found this breakdown helpful, please subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden systems that shape our world. And if there is a specific environment or tactic you have encountered that you want us to investigate, leave a comment below. We are here to help you see through the noise and stay in the driver's seat. The house might always win, but you do not have to be the one who loses. Stay aware, stay in control, and keep questioning the design of the world around you. It is the best way to ensure that your time and your money stay exactly where they belong, with you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.